This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Hello and welcome to News Tonight on NDTV Hindu. I'm Ramanathan bringing you the latest on the big stories tonight. Joining me on the show tonight is also SC Ravi to discuss industrial safety standards following the unrest in the Nokia factory after the death of a female employee. Salim is tracking the latest kidnapping and will bring us a ground report on that story. And Natasha, of course, will join us on all the sporting action later on, be it cricket, tennis or otherwise. Let's take a quick look at the top headlines first. After the Coimbatore shocker, another school kidnapped in Tirumangalam. Kidnappers demand ransom. A woman employed at the Nokia factory in Sriperumbudur dies at work. Workers blame the lack of safety measures at the factory. Jayalalitha takes a dig at the DMK over the telecom scam again, says it's a national shame that Raja is still a minister. While the Amma faces the wrath of her own partymen, more than 1,000 partymen protested post current, demanding some leaders be reinstated. Justice Pandyan takes charge of the school fee structure committee, assures the 6,400 private schools that they will be heard.
Objection illa and the mari kodukkapatta ovvoru pallikkum oru hearing opportunity koduthu.
And it's all in the name of the Indian crackers take off to high flying sales. Shoppers is spoiled for choice with a variety on display.
Fascination runs high on seeing these new arrivals. However, my favorite is...
Let's also take a quick look at the stories making headlines across the nation. The Army and Navy wanted the government to take over the Adarsh Society in August this year, saying it's a security risk. Ashok Chavan's predecessor blames him for the scam. A Sena BJP delegation demands the government's dismissal. The Home Minister asks the Kashmiri interlocutors to watch how much they disclose on their work in the valley. And Rajasthan bowled out Hyderabad for just 21 runs. That's the lowest ever Ranji Trophy score. Top story: just when the state is recovering from the Coimbatore shocker where 2 kids were found murdered and disposed in the gutters. Shocking news from the city. A 13-year-old boy, Kirtivasan, has been reportedly kidnapped just outside a school in Tirumangalam this afternoon. Police sources say that they expect to recover the kid by midnight. They have been investigating and talking to eyewitnesses. Now, reporter Salim joins us with more details. So, Salim, where is the investigation right now? What more details do you have?
The vehicle in which the boy was kidnapped has been parked near the Shivan temple in Korattur. The vehicle is owned by the boy's family, and allegedly this evening at around 3:45, 2 men with armed weapons barged into this car. And if my cameraman could just zoom in a bit, you can clearly witness the school bag of the boy lying abandoned, and a knife is lying nearby. And if my cameraman could just come forward a bit and zoom into the vehicle, you can clearly witness the lunch box of the boy lying abandoned, and 2 more umbrellas are also visible inside the car. Allegedly, 2 men armed with deadly weapons barged in the car. They threatened the driver, they pushed the driver outside, and it is learnt that they have brought the car here and parked it near the Shiva temple in Korattur. As of now, the police have launched a detailed probe and they are working. All the police officials are on their toes to rescue the boy.
Right. Thank you, Salim, for joining us with those details from Ground Zero there. Of course, police there are promising swift action in this issue, in this case. We'll see how that goes. Moving on, a shocking incident in the Nokia factory at Sriperumbudur. A 22-year-old woman died as a machine malfunctioned and fell over her. And what's the most disturbing detail in this story? Workers claim that the management refused to let the workers break the machine in order to save her life, even as she struggled for 20 minutes before she finally passed away. Pratiksha Ramkumar has the story.
3 years of dedicated work at Nokia's factory in Sri Perumbuthur, and 2 months before she was to be happily married, a machine claimed her life. This is the terrible fate of 22-year-old Ambiga. She was monitoring the working functions of a machine, and when she tried to pick up a spare mobile part, the machine malfunctioned, pushing her aside and leaving her dead.
Night 8 மணி ஃபோன் வந்துங்க. உடம்பு சரியில்லைன்னு வந்தது. நான் உடனே பஸ் ஏறி நான் எங்கள் அக்கா பையனை வந்தோம். இங்கே ஹாஸ்பிட்டலில் வந்து அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் டாக்டர் சொல்கிறாங்க, நாங்கள் எவ்வளோ முயற்சி பண்ணோம், உங்களை பொண்ணை காப்பாற்ற முடியல. அவங்க ரொம்ப நேரம் அங்கேயே வச்சுருந்தாங்க. ரொம்ப மத்திரமாக இது பண்ணி வச்சுருந்தாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் வெடிகாலம் மணி 3 மணிக்கு இங்கே தான் மாற்றி வச்சுக்கிறாங்க. இன்ன வரையும் எந்த விதமான இதுவும் கிடையாது.
The DMK trade union, which is the recognized union of the factory, had agreed to speak on compensation, and the due compensation or even more than that is promised by the trade union.
Although the government has promised compensation, Ambiga's fellow employees have been anything but quiet, claiming that safety norms were being flouted at the plant. But what's far more shocking is the lackadaisical attitude of the security personnel, putting a lifeless machine before the life of a fellow human being.
அந்த மிஷினில் தலைக்கு மேலே அந்த வந்து ப்ரெஸ் பண்ணும்போது அதை உடைத்து இவங்களால் எடுத்திருக்க முடியும். அதற்கான முயற்சியை தொழிலாளர்கள் மேற்கொண்டிருக்கிறாங்க. நிர்வாகத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடியவங்க அந்த மிஷினுடைய விலை என்பது கூடுதலாக இருக்குது, காஸ்ட்லியான மிஷின். ஆகவே அதை உடைக்கக்கூடாது.
இவ்வளோ தருவோம், இந்த தேதியில் தான் கொடுப்போம் அப்படின்னு அறிக்கை கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்களாம். அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து மேனேஜர் வந்து HR மேனேஜர் வராமல் வக்கீல் அனுப்பி வச்சு பேச வச்சிருக்கிறாங்க. ஒரு தொழிலாளிக்கு பேசுகிற ஆளுங்களா அவங்கெல்லாம் சொல்லுங்க, வக்கீல் வந்து ஒரு தொழிலாளிக்கு பேசுவாங்களா?
With a previously unstable environment for employees at Nokia facilities, this dreadful incident only adds more fuel to the fire. We can only wait and watch to see if Nokia India can put the fire out effectively without further unrest. In Chennai with Pratiksha, Natasha for NDTV Hindu.
We're focusing on that story tonight on the show, and for more on that story, we're now joined by Mr. S.C. Ravi, who's an industrial safety expert. He joins us from our studio at the Hindu. Sir, thanks a lot for joining us on the show tonight. But sir, if I can ask you first, the incident at the problem-ridden Nokia factory today is quite shocking. Do you think the factories across the country suffer from the apathy towards the condition of the workers? It's more a problem of the attitude of the management than the standards or the infrastructure, isn't it?
Yeah, that is true. As per the International Labour Organization's norms, for every 100 worker, there should be a safety officer. And most of the MNCs, they give a second thought only to safety. That is the biggest thing. It is pushed behind. And basically, if you know, as per the statistics, 96% of the accidents are caused by human error, 3% by machinery failure, and 1% by natural calamities.
Right, sir, but do you think we need...
your question.
Yes, sir. Do you think we need more stringent laws and the authorities need to be a bit more strict now?
Yes, that is right, sir. The safety awareness has to be increased first, and I would really appreciate if most of the MNCs come forward in hiring professional trainers, so that we have OSHA-trained people all over the country. They will be fit enough to deliver the goods and train the people and impart safety knowledge and training at a very cheap rate of even $10,000, which is not costly if you consider human life as more important.
That's right, but then if you are accepting that it is a problem of the attitude of the management and not necessarily the infrastructure they have or the standards of safety they have, then who do you think is to be blamed here? I mean, don't you think that the government should be taking more care and pushing these corporates, these multinational corporates who make millions and millions of dollars by producing these products here in India, to actually respect human life just a bit more?
Yeah, I do believe that. The thing is, most of the MNCs should realize the importance of safety. Government also should emphasize, apart from giving the license to open up this manufacturing units here, they should see that it is the obligatory on the part of the company to impart the safety training and knowledge to these workers, and everybody should be trained on every aspect of this safety. It will pay you well in the long run. Initially, it will be it will be costly for the company. That's why they feel that safety is taking the major branch or crux of the profit. But in essence, in the long run, it is going to add value to the companies and save more of the human lives.
Right, so next comes up the issue of compensation. In fact, in this case, Nokia has come out very openly. In fact, our reporter there just told us that the lawyer is saying very openly that there's no chance of compensation here. The maximum they would probably do is give a job to the next of the kin, in this case, the brother, that he would be probably getting a job. But your reaction to that, sir? This is also perhaps one pointer towards the clear apathy that the company has towards the death of its worker.
Yeah, I do agree that it is some sort of an a humanitarian consideration and humaneness on the part of the management to give a job to the immediately deceased person or relative in the family. But that alone is not going to solve these issues, because as I pointed out earlier, all the government laws also should be strict, and most of the MNCs should come forward to hire the services of qualified and trained people. If we have to do these courses like OSHA and all, Occupational Safety Health Administration and NEBOSH or IOSH, UK standard and USA standards, we have got qualified people in India who can deliver the goods much better way, and it will helpful. It will be very much good for the company also to avail such services, and thereby if we increase the safety awareness, and the laws are also a little more stringent, and the people who are supposed to know what is happening, if any unsafe act or unsafe condition is eliminated, definitely this is going to help a lot. And management also should think about it and hire the services of professionals available in this country.
All right, Mr. Ravi, thanks a lot for joining us with that and that story there. I see Ravi telling us how it is more important than the compensation, that these companies understand that safety is more important for the workers. Time for a quick break on News Tonight, but on the other side, Diwali is just around the corner. The rockets that are taking off are chasing the superstar spin. More on the other side.